Welcome back to Finding Truth, the channel where we are constantly trying to find the best possible pricing and products for use in photography and video for the average budget buyer like myself. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to follow the channel and continue to get insight on great cameras, great amazing pricing. If you want to help grow the channel, please hit the like button. That puts the video in front of more people who are looking for this kind of information and grows the channel faster than any other action you can take. Thanks in advance for doing this. So let's get to audio. How to get the best audio from your camera while shooting video. Sound is one of the biggest factors on YouTube for keeping viewers watching, as important or more so than video quality. If the sound is terrible, it will wear down the viewer faster than low quality video, faster than anything else. So where do we start when trying to get good audio out of a compact mirrorless camera or a DSLR? How do we get there? How do we produce that good audio? Well, as with most things, audio starts with your camera body and its capabilities. Most cameras that shoot video will have built-in microphones. For the most part, these are not going to pick up audio that actually sounds good. I'll give you some examples with an external microphone and the internal mics at the end of the video, so make sure you watch to hear that difference. When you're looking at a camera body, it needs to have an external microphone out, so either a 2.5 millimeter jack or a 3.5 millimeter jack that you can use to plug a microphone into it. Unfortunately, most of the Fujifilm cameras till you get into the newer professional bodies use a 2.5 millimeter jack, which means you're going to need an adapter to adapt down to that size. Now that's not a big deal. I use one and I'll show it to you when I later on give you an example of in-camera sound. It's best if it also has an audio out, a 3.5 millimeter jack that you can use to plug headphones into in order to listen to the audio live while you're recording it to ensure that it is good quality. Now unfortunately my camera does not have that capability, so for me I have to shoot the video, put it into my editing software, and then hear whether or not it actually sounds the way that I want it to. Very importantly, do not forget to set your input level on your camera in the menu system when you plug in your mic, and be sure that you test it to make sure that you're not going past the gain levels and creating really horrible sound from just too much noise. Always shoot a test video to ensure the audio is correct before shooting your featured subject. It helps ensure that you're not going to end up having to reshoot the whole scene. So what are some of the microphone options that actually work well? One of the best known companies for microphones is called Rode, R-O-D-E. Rode makes several options. They make the most options of any company that I know of. They make microphones that start as low as $57, for example, the Rode Video Micro Compact on-camera microphone. That's a mouthful. It's a tiny little microphone that looks very much like the microphone I'm currently using. They have several options that go much higher in price, up to a couple $100s and probably beyond. And they also have lavalier microphone options. So I will talk about those in just a second. Now there are other options besides Rode's, less known companies that manufacture microphones that possibly could be just as good. When you look at them physically, many of them look to be clones of the Rode mic, but they start around $17. Now I have not personally used any of these, so I have no idea if any of them are good, and you are definitely taking a chance when you buy an off-brand name such as one of these microphones. But they could be a good option. I would just recommend that you do your research before you make a purchase. Make sure that you find somebody reviewing that microphone so that you can hear what it actually sounds like. That's a good way of keeping yourself from being disappointed with your purchase. Now, lavalier or lav mics are a very, very good option. They're the little microphones that clip onto your collar. These options can be found in two different forms. They can be wired, that plug directly into your camera and have a long extension cord and then clip onto your collar so that you can step away from the camera. There's also wireless options. Now obviously the wireless options are going to be much more expensive, but they're much easier to use in the field. You don't have to worry about somebody walking by and tripping on your cable, or you accidentally pulling on the cable, knocking your tripod over and damaging your very expensive camera. So a wireless lavalier microphone may be the best choice if you're doing a lot of shooting out in the field, or if you're moving around a lot while you're shooting. That may be a good choice. The final choice that I can think of would be a boom mic. And boom mics have great audio, which is why the movie industry uses them a lot. The problem with using a boom mic is you are going to need somebody else in the field with you to actually hold and angle the microphone off camera to keep it out of the frame but close enough to you to get the audio if you're going to be moving around. If you're going to be sitting stationary, you could probably use another tripod or a mic stand and get it in position before you start shooting and be able to do it by yourself. That may be the best option for audio. So currently, what do I use? I use a Nikon ME1 microphone. I'm going to unplug it right now so that I can show it to you and allow you to hear the in-camera audio in comparison. Okay, so this is the Nikon ME1 microphone. It doesn't come with this little stand. This is just a simple stand that's manufactured for flashes to sit on off camera. I love it because I can set the microphone close to myself and get great audio. The cord is very short, but I use an extension cord. And as I told you previously, it requires an adapter. So here's the end of my extension cord, and there is a little adapter on here that takes it from 3.5 millimeter to 2.5 millimeter so that can plug directly into my XA5 or my X T1. This is a great option. I'm sure you can hear the difference right now. I won't do any fiddling with the audio on either one of them. I'll just take them directly how they come and present that to you. So keep these in mind. It's a very, very good option. Okay, so now we're back on the ME1 microphone, and I'm sure you can hear a difference. I obviously can't hear it live, so I'm not sure how big that difference is, but yesterday I put up a video that compared the video quality of the XA5 to the video quality of the X T1. And in that video I gave you the inbuilt microphone from the X T1 compared to the external microphone on the XA5, and the audio quality difference was staggering. So I'm hoping that it's a fairly big difference here as well to show you why we do this. But the other thing to keep in mind is that I'm able to bring this microphone much closer to my body for better sound. So if I move back, for example, I will still be able to bring the microphone with me while keeping the camera where it's at, up to about 6 feet. I could get a longer extension on it. I'm not sure if that would affect sound quality or not. But here, I'll step back, put the microphone in my lap, and give you an idea of how that works. Okay, so now I am about 6 feet away from the camera. It's much easier to hear me than it would be if this was on the camera, and far more easy to hear me and clearer than it would be if I was using the inbuilt camera microphone. So keep that in mind. Audio is very, very important on YouTube. Okay, well that's it for this video. Just to let you guys know, I was talking to my buddy Kevin. He just received a new body in the mail, and we are going to do a little bit of a review on that body for you guys with some pro lenses. I'm really excited to do this because this is an old body. We're talking more than 12 years old. This is a Nikon D2X. It's a crop sensor. It's before Nikon actually made a full frame sensor, but it was their professional body that would have cost you close to $3,500 new, and he just picked a used one up for $150. So it fits right in with what we're doing here on the channel. Even though we normally focus on Fuji, it's good to know what you can get from the other companies and what kind of price you're going to end up paying for some of what used to be the top of the line gear that you could buy. So hopefully you guys will tune back in and check that out. Should have that video up in the next couple or few days. In the meantime, I'll keep making some short little videos for you guys to enjoy with more information about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, what I'm buying, how happy I am with my purchases or disappointed if the case may be. And I hope you guys are still enjoying it. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.